Craig Breslow during the broadcast. I found that comment offensive, Matt. I found the concept. So now we have to take them seriously, like sort of implying that they hadn't been taken seriously, or that the team had to prove to the front office to take us seriously. Like, I think that's just another comment in a long line of them that shows you how little the Red Sox front office cared about this team or had no interest in this team. I just find it staggering. It was just another little subtle, I thought, indication of where they are. What about you?
They said the quiet part out loud, right? Oh, I guess now we have to take this team seriously because they haven't taken this team seriously in quite some time. And, I found myself yesterday getting excited. Oh, my God, they're going to buy. Then I said, wait a minute, isn't this really proof as to how far our standards have fallen? Like the whole, the Red Sox are going to buy. Shouldn't that have been automatic 3 or 4 weeks ago? And don't get me wrong, like it's a good thing that we've gotten to this point. It's a good thing that this team has given us a really fun, exciting year, and they have made it impossible for Craig Breslow and the ownership to ignore it. So that's all good and stuff, and I'm enjoying that as a Red Sox fan, but it is really proof, Mike, as to how far the standards have fallen around here. We shouldn't just be asking the Red Sox to add. We should be asking the Red Sox to add big at this point. 3 weeks ago, they should have said they should add. Now they should be saying, not only are we going to add, we're going to add big because this team is getting better by the day.
Is it just another indication how reluctant they are? Or were?
Of course.
I mean, we have to take them seriously. Let me just, really parse that out. We have to take them seriously. They're your team! They've been pretty good from pretty much the first month of the season. Now you get to over halfway through the season, All-Star break, and we have to take them seriously. That's such a giveaway. There's so many little giveaways. With every time I hear Craig Breslow speak of how they treated this team, and I go back to it time and time again. Like, I don't get it. It's one thing for a fan or a media member, right, not to believe in a team. Fine. You look at the team, you look at the landscape, you say, I don't believe in them. That's fine. One thing for Casper to say, I don't believe in the team, or fans to say this is whatever, a mirage. This isn't sustainable. And no problem. The team itself, when they've been pretty good from day one, it's just what Matt, I find it so demoralizing. I'm not even a fan. But it's like the people that won't give the team a chance, especially the team itself, I just find deplorable.
You find it demoralizing. How do you think I feel? How do you think real baseball fans feel in this town, Mike? You're right. I mean, I am a fan. And again, I found myself yesterday saying, hot damn, this is really good stuff. We're going to add. Let's go. Then I said, wait a minute. We should have been doing this a month ago. This team has been obviously worthy of an investment a while ago. And I think it speaks to where this team was entering the year and, Mike, where they've been for the last 5 years. It's one thing to have 1 year where you say, listen, it's not our year. We're in the middle of a rebuild. Okay, let's not add. But to go into every single year, now across general managers, with this attitude to say, well, who really cares what happens with the big league club? And to get to a point where they have to hit you in the face, they have to hit you over the head with it, that we're good, we're worthy of an investment, and you need to take us seriously. This is not a one-off problem for the Red Sox. This has been an organizational plague that they have been dealing with. It is a disease over there on Jersey Street.
So that was Craig Breslow in the middle of the game to Nesson. It's just a jumping off point because, again, it just triggered me a little bit. We have to take him seriously. Well, thank you. Oh, how magnanimous of you now. Are you going to take your team seriously? That's been more or less in it from day one. Oh, okay, great. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Craig, and the Red Sox. So I just think the optics there and their tone is just wretched. That being said, how do we feel about the team? Barthy, how do you feel about your baseball team?
I'm feeling better by the day. At first, it kind of felt like maybe it was some fool's gold. It's one of these things where it's a 162-game season. Even the worst teams have a good week, but they're winning these close, gutsy games. And that's really what it tells me a lot. Not so much how often they're winning, but the ways in which they're winning. They're gutting these wins out. They're winning in different ways. The fact they won, and Matt, I know you had this in the show notes, the defense was a big part of the win yesterday, and this was a team that for years they haven't been able to get out of their own way defensively, in large part because they didn't have players playing the proper positions. But I think a sign of a great team in any sport is, can you win when you don't have your best option? And the Red Sox have started to do that, and that probably is more encouraging to me than anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Barth, you're getting into it. I think this weekend is not only an example of what the Red Sox need to do, because Friday night's an example of what they're missing. They're missing a right-handed bat. They're missing a starting pitcher. But yesterday is also an example of why they've improved, how they've improved, and why they're worthy of an investment, and why they should have been willing to invest in this team a month ago.
Well, specifically, why and how have they improved?
Defense, as Barth just talked about. They were a disaster for the first month of the year. Cedar Rafaela has gotten better. He helps you win baseball games at shortstop, at center field. He did that yesterday. Jarren Duran, guys like this, young players who are getting better. This is not an algorithm, right? You could say that Jarren Duran is overperforming his expectations, or Cedar Rafaela is overperforming their expectations. I would say, look at these guys. They're better than they were in April. Duran's better than he was a year ago, 2 years ago. Rafaela couldn't hit in April. Now he's hitting a little bit to go along with the defense that's helping you win. So defense is number one, young players getting better, and surrounding them with professional players who deserve to be on a baseball team. And this is where I will give Craig Breslow some credit. Chaim Bloom would not have brought Dom Smith in. And Dom Smith had an important weekend for the Red Sox in both of their victories. A big day yesterday, big hit on Saturday.
Why would Bloom not have brought in Dom Smith?
Because he didn't care enough about the big league team. And this is where I'm hoping that Breslow will be a little bit different. For years, Bloom would have put somebody like Christian Arroyo at first base, or said, here, take Bobby Dahlbeck. At least Craig Breslow, and I'll give him credit for this, went out and got a guy who belongs in the big leagues at first base. I'm not saying Smith's a great player, but he's had a pretty good month here. He's batting .270 over his last 100 plate appearances. They have improved this team. The young team has gotten better, and now it's time for them to get really serious. It's one thing to bring in a Dom Smith, which Bloom would not have done, so they've taken a bit of a small step there. Now it's time for them to take the big step and really improve.
What did Dom
team.
Smith cost them?
Oh, nothing. He was a free agent. Nothing.
And you're saying Bloom wouldn't even have done that?
No. I mean, I think for 3 years he showed you, let's just put Christian Arroyo at first base. Let's put Bobby Dahlbeck at first base. Let's put Christian Arroyo in right field. Pablo Reyes, so why doesn't he just play first base? Like, that's how they approached it. We can say that a lot of things haven't changed over there, and that's true. But that's one thing that has changed. They are a little bit more serious, and Breslow is a little bit more serious about putting a big league club on the field.
All right, let's talk about more specifics. Rafi Devers.
Guy's a monster.
It feels like both sides of the ball. I don't know if you use that expression in baseball, McCarthy, but that's the way it feels.
He's not hurting them in the field, which is good, because he can go through stretches where he hurts you in the field, but this is the best version of Rafael Devers. You can't pitch to him right now. I don't know why you would pitch to him. Hell, the Yankees tried not to pitch to him. They threw a pitch 3 inches outside the strike zone, and he still hit it out. Like, he is as locked in as it gets. So go out and help the guy. Seriously. Get him a right-handed bat to go alongside him. Get him some help. Offer him some protection, because we are seeing the best version of Rafael Devers right now. We are seeing a $330 million version of Rafael Devers. Take advantage, for the love of God. Get the guy some help. Get him a right-handed hitter to bat next to him in the lineup.
Brian Bayo. I
don't feel great about it. Don't feel great. That home run he gave up, the first bat yesterday was, you're not ready to go. He did kind of find his way to get through 6 1/3 yesterday, which I guess was a little bit of a step in the right direction. But he's a $50 million arm with a 10-cent head right now, and this is why they need to improve the starting rotation, Mike, because I would not count on him, and Alex Cora didn't count on him. He had action in that game early, and Bayo fought through it, which is one of the few times this year where he has fought through it.
That's why I was yesterday net positive, or where are you?
Equal, because I hated the way he started the game, but I didn't mind the way he finished it. So there's some stuff to like here and there, and I know that's kind of a fence-sitting take, but I think both of those things are true. He is not ready to go for day games. We saw that last year. We've seen it this year. We saw it again yesterday. He found a way to fight through it, which he hasn't consistently done this year. He needs to get better, but I wouldn't count on it. I would not count on it with him. I think he's too much of a head case.
Kenley Jansen.
Kind of gutting through it, isn't he? I mean, this guy who we criticized for coming into camp out of shape, and that was legitimate. Kenley Jansen threw 2 innings yesterday. He threw 2 innings in Chicago last month. You know the last time Kenley Jansen had a 6-out save before this year?
No.
2021. This is not a guy who extends beyond an inning. Here are the stats for you. 6-out saves this year. 2, again, you go back to 2021 was the last time he had a 6-out save. You know how many multi-inning saves, so 4 outs, 5 outs he had last year? 1. He has 3 so far this year. Same thing in 2022. He has not been willing to extend himself. They haven't been willing to extend him beyond multi-innings. They've been willing to do that, so I give Jansen some credit. It's almost like he senses that this team is capable of winning. They need him, so he's kind of ramping up too. For a guy who I didn't feel like was ready to go at the beginning of this year, all the trade rumors, you name it, everything's coming together. And I think Jansen going 6 outs yesterday is more proof that things are starting to come together for this team.
Sedan Rafaela.
Guy's a winning ball player.
How do you say that?
Sedan Rafaela?
How do you say that?
What, that he's a winning ball player?
Yeah. How do you know?
Because I see him in the field and he can help you win whether he's at short or in center. And when he gets on the bases, he can steal a bag for you. Like, is he a perfect hitter? No, but he just strikes me, Mike, as a glue guy. You know, like winning teams have a guy who can help you win in a bit of a different way. And Rafaela, whether you put him in the infield or the outfield, he's doing things to help this team win every single night, even if it's not always with the bat.
You're kind of gushing, McCarthy.
I am. You should be gushing, Mike, as a Red Sox fan. You should be gushing, which is why it's so frustrating to hear Breslow talk about the team yesterday the way he talked about it.
We have to take them seriously?
Yeah. I
what
don't know.
a condescending, underhanded comment that was. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, of course we have to take this team seriously. Are you not watching? And Mike, you know me. I mean, we've done enough shows together. Do I typically gush about the Red Sox?
No.
I think this is real. And for them to so reluctantly have to admit that it's real, that bothers me.
We have to take them seriously. You douchebag. I mean, seriously. And I just say that like, I say that to the whole front office. Like, you a-holes. What a way to carry yourself with your team, which was never that bad. Right? You may have projected them in last place in your division, but not projected last place like 15 games under 500 kind of thing. Like, you just had projected the Rays and the Jays to be better. But they were never a bad team. They were never a bad team to start the year. And just for you to carry yourselves the way we're still evaluating, have to pick a lane. Well, I guess we have to take them seriously. Like, you've got to be kidding me. That's just, and so finally here they are. How do you feel about it?
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Maz here. For more Red Sox analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.